Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up.
Yeah, so that looks much better, but I guess I need to explain this. I really kind of like the black on black. Maybe I should paint all the wheels black at some stage. Recently, I got my hands on this air-fuel ratio gauge, and that means I'm now able to make fuel adjustments and turn up the boost. Now I know myself, and with all honesty, I can say that that's a very bad idea. To have that ability to make adjustments on the standalone power mods ECU and turn up the boost is just, yeah, a very bad idea. I do have a very basic understanding of what's going on over here, but by no means enough to be doing these things. But I have been doing my best these last couple of days not to blow up this thing, and it's been holding up and surviving at 11 pounds of boost. It's difficult doing this alone, but what I do is go out to a quiet stretch of road, preferably a very straight piece of road, because it might not seem like it on camera, but at 11 pounds of boost, this thing really gets up and goes. I took this clip on my phone of trying to launch the car, but as you'll see, it just roasts the tires in first gear. Now I don't know if you noticed, but with every gear change, remember I was like holding my phone like this and changing gears with my left hand, but the car was pulling very hard to the left. Turns out I did that pull with a flat tire. Yeah, not a good situation. I didn't have a jack with me, so I had to phone a friend to come and help me out. Thanks, Andrew. And that's why I have the spare on over there. And when you look in the trunk over here, that thing is ruined. But I have another one in there, so let's get that real quick. We had this tire on the 204 for only 2 weeks and then hit a pothole, so I do know that it has a bubble on the one side, but I'll just get that on at the back, and over there it won't last long anyway. Before we go do that, I do want to have a look over the map, so let's just explain kind of what's going on over here. So the air fuel ratio gauge is just laying on the dash over there. It's not my gauge, I'm just borrowing it. And then we just have the power wire going to the battery for that. And then I just have the battery on charge so that I can turn on the car and it doesn't drain the battery. And then when you look over on this side, we have the other wire for the gauge coming out of the window and going into the sensor in the exhaust. Like I said, it's kind of difficult doing these things alone, keeping an eye on the gauges, on the road, everything like that. When I did a couple of pulls, I had the GoPro rolling so I can review that footage and make some adjustments on the ECU. I'm not going to explain how to do this because honestly I have no idea actually what I'm doing, but I'm going to show you what I do, and that is checking the air fuel ratio gauge so that it stays below 12. That should keep us safe. Having it run a bit rich is on the safer side and can't do much harm, but you will lose some power when you have too rich of a mixture. And as they say, lean is mean, and your car will make more power, but not for very long before melting your pistons. I have the GoPro clip over there and I can see the RPM gauge and then the air fuel gauge, but it kind of can't really see it on camera, but I just saw earlier that around 4,000 RPMs at full load the car is running a bit lean. So let's switch on the car. There we go. Get the map over here and then go to 4,000 RPM. See, there's a bit of a difference, so now I just need to smooth these out a bit. As you can see, it's a bit rough. The injected times vary a lot, so I'm just gonna smooth this out and then we'll go fix that tire and check over the AFRs while we do that. So what I basically did was give it a bit more fuel everywhere because I really don't want to fix another blown head gasket. And then I went to get that tire swapped. Also saw this little guy while I was waiting, but my camera didn't want to focus on account of my shiny hood. I thought it best to head on over to Lance. He just lives down the road from me, like literally not even a minute's drive, to have a chat with him before I push my luck any further. Luckily, he had a spare minute, so he said he'll jump in the car with me and we can go out and have a look at things. Just a couple of things before I play you guys the clips of the GoPro that I always keep rolling in the car. Just excuse the bad audio quality. It really sucks and I need to stop using that camera, honestly, but you'll hear the engine and that's all that matters. So I always keep the GoPro rolling while we're tuning the car, for even when something goes wrong, I will have it on camera. Number one being this boost gauge over here. So it is a super cheap boost gauge. So when this reads about 0.7 or 0.8 bar or 11 psi, the ECU sees a bit less than that. So when this is around 11 psi, the ECU sees around 10 psi. So this is a bit optimistic in boost and in vacuum. Just know that we have yet to reach the 11 psi goal. Not a big deal, but just FYI. And then another thing is, every time you guys see me reach under the dash, I have a little boost controller over there. When you look down here, I put this little white thingy in there, but that's actually used in fish tanks. And yeah, but I'm using it as a boost controller and it seems to be working. That rice life. I'm just gonna go ahead and play you guys the clips of how that tuning session went, and then afterwards we'll have a bit of a chat on what we saw. Page up. Big smile. As soon as we go above 10 psi of boost, we are starting to have some fueling issues. Again, we tried tuning the car a while ago and basically had the same problem. I didn't change much. I did new spark plugs, basically that's it. But we think that, yeah, definitely something in the fuel system. I already got another fuel pressure regulator to swap out with the one I have and see if that solves the issue. But it might also be a couple of other things, fuel pump, fuel filter, maybe the fuel lines aren't big enough or flow enough fuel to the injectors. It might be the injectors that are too small. The injectors I'm running in this is out of the M271 engine, so just two more of those injectors, so they are, I think, 300cc, so that might also be the problem. Yeah, I don't know, we'll just have to sort it out. but I've kind of been thinking today that maybe I should just leave it like this, enjoy it for a while, because I do have another project car I want to get started on. And no, it's not another Ford. It's more something like this. Some of you might know because I have mentioned it before. But yeah, so before we break this thing again and I have to work on it, I do have to work on it. I have to fix that oil leak. But yeah, while it's still running and I can enjoy it, let's get started on the new project car. So more on that next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and then I'll see you in the next one.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew